about mountain biking, there's a couple in the room
There's
being my
650 watts of battery power right there.
Yeah, no, I need that shit now.
Yeah.
I can't leave home without it. I do, for my sins, have a bicycle from the 90s, which I do ride as well.
You do like a classic.
I do like a classic. I've got an old-ass bicycle, an old-ass motorbike, three old-ass cars out there, one belonging to my son. But let's talk about mountain biking, and you have the floor. What would you like to talk about?
We don't have to really talk about mountain biking. I mean, I think I do it, I do it as like my competitive outreach kind of thing. So like I've been competitive in absolutely everything I've done. I'll probably blame it on my parents, everything
Lovely
they wanted
people.
to do. They fantastic, but like everything we did was always a competition kind of thing. So everything I do has to be in some way competitive or a way to kind of like dispense energy and be competitive. I think my wife will admit to the fact that like if I don't expend some energy doing exercise during a day, I'm an absolute nightmare to live with. I'm annoyingly irritating, I think.
She said exactly that, so yeah, you're right.
Yes.
But surely some of it's for fun as well.
It is. I mean, I did grow up on bikes. When I was growing up in Botswana, we grew up on motorbikes.
Motorbikes.
So a lot of experience on bikes. But it is a lot of fun. It's the closest thing you can get to actually racing a car with the same similar sort of skill sets. I mean, racing a car is all about like eye and hand coordination combining together, and it's very similar on a mountain bike when you're going down a trail between trees or berms or something. You plot your line, you look further ahead, you look at like
that's the one.
You look at turning point, apex, exit kind of thing. You're looking for things on the ground that are kind of in the way or problematic, and it's a very similar experience. Then you add in the speed of a descent, and kind of that adrenaline rush comes with it.
So two racing drivers, I don't know if you know them. One's name is Lewis Hamilton. The other one's name is Janelle de Villiers. So two incredibly different racing drivers, different age groups, different expertise, different fields of racing. Both of them avid mountain bikers. And both of them, when I've spoken to them, mentioned that there's quite a complementary skill to have. Like, if you're out riding a mountain bike, let's say what you just said now, which is basically scanning ahead, bike control, car control, same thing, shifting your weight and the rest of it. And what we've noticed in our industry is a lot of journos went out and bought bicycles. I mean, we know guys, I say guys, but one in particular, Ruben, the guy doesn't even have two legs, he's got one leg. And I'm not gonna go for a social ride with that guy, he'll destroy me. But there's definitely a connection between mountain biking, cycling I guess, but especially mountain biking I feel, and guys that wanna go quick in cars. What is the actual benefit?
There's obviously the fitness benefit behind it, but I do think it's the adrenaline rush. I mean, maybe it's when they started to take away the use of tracks for us, where we stopped being able to use tracks with test cars kind of thing. I think you weren't able to get that same sort of like adrenaline rush from going out and spending like 10 laps on track, or at a launch you'd go on a track day kind of thing, and you'd spend a lot of time, you know, driving cars really fast. It didn't matter what it was sometimes. I mean, we were doing Daihatsu Materias on track at one point.
That was dope.
Yeah. and then it just sort of like, it dwindled away, and you didn't really get that anymore. So like, in order to kind of get that adrenaline rush or the feel of speed again, kind of we looked elsewhere. And also like having your life entirely run by one thing, like cars, you can get over it quite. It becomes something that maybe you don't enjoy anymore. They say the easiest way to kill a passion is to make it your job. And like,
absolutely.
And like, if it's cars 24/7, like eventually like you hit that limit where like you start to like hate, well not hate, you start to dislike cars, or like, oh, the next car I've got to drive, or it becomes more of a chore of a job.
100%.
And it's like, and having the bikes there on like a weekend or something to do during the week to escape that energy provides like another outlet.
100%.
So I think that's what it is. For me, when I'm out on the bike, it actually gives me time to kind of, I've come up with my best story ideas, like
Same.
out there on the bike, or like I'll write like a paragraph in my head while I'm on the bike trying not to get hit by a car, or going out onto the trail and just like something will spring to me and then I'll be like, hey, what do you think of this idea? And then
Yeah. Do you ever
story gets
stop your
written.
bike and just like start making notes or WhatsApp yourself with ideas?
No. I keep it in my head and then forget it at the end of the
Okay,
ride.
so you do what 99% of people would do. Yeah, so don't you like
So you
mourn all
stop.
ideas?
You stop like mid-trail. No, I'm sure there are.
done.
Like Conterman's Cliff has loads of ideas out there.
Oh
You just
my
need to go and
God,
pick them
just
up.
collect them.
Yeah.